Hello friends, welcome to Single Player. What are the best indie games on PS4? Indie games are games that are developed by independent developers, without the support of a major publisher. They often offer unique and creative experiences that are different from the mainstream games. PS4 is a popular console that has a rich library of indie games, ranging from platformers, puzzles, roguelikes, adventure, horror, and more. In this video, we will introduce some of the best indie games on PS4 that you should try. Whether you are looking for a relaxing game to unwind, a challenging game to test your skills, or a story-driven game to immerse yourself in, there is an indie game for you on PS4. So, without further ado, let's begin our quest. In this video, you'll find a list of the top 15 best indie games on PS4. Dead Cells is a thrilling and challenging game that combines the best elements of roguelike and Metroidvania genres. You play as a shapeless creature that can possess different bodies and explore a mysterious island full of dangers and secrets. The game offers a lot of variety and replayability, as each run is different and you can unlock new weapons, abilities, and paths along the way. The combat is fast-paced and satisfying, requiring you to master the dodge, jump, and slam mechanics, as well as use the right tools for each situation. The pixel art graphics are gorgeous and detailed, creating a dark and atmospheric world that draws you in. The game is not for the faint of heart, as it can be very difficult and unforgiving. You will die a lot, but you will also learn from your mistakes and improve your skills. The game rewards your perseverance and curiosity, as you discover new secrets and lore about the island and its inhabitants. The game also has a quirky sense of humor, breaking the fourth wall and making fun of itself and other games. Dead Cells is a game that will keep you hooked for hours, as you try to escape the island and uncover its mysteries. It is one of the best indie games of the year, and a must-play for fans of Castlevania and roguelikes. Manifold Garden is a game that reimagines the laws of physics and challenges your perception of space and reality. It is a stunning visual masterpiece that takes you on a journey through a world of impossible architecture and infinite geometry. You can manipulate gravity to change your perspective and explore the world in new ways, solving puzzles and restoring life to a barren landscape. Manifold Garden is a game that will make you marvel at the beauty and complexity of the universe. If you are looking for a game that is unique, creative, and mind-blowing, Manifold Garden is the perfect choice. It is a game that will test your logic and intuition, as well as your sense of wonder and curiosity. Manifold Garden is a game that will inspire you to think outside the box and discover new possibilities. It is a game that you will never forget. Rez Infinite is a game that deserves to be played by anyone who loves music, visuals, and action. It is a remastered version of the cult classic Rez, which was released on the PS2 in 2001. Rez Infinite offers the same exhilarating gameplay, but with enhanced graphics, sound, and VR support. The game takes you on a journey through a cybernetic world, where you control a hacker who tries to awaken a self-aware AI named Eden. You have to shoot down enemies and bosses that appear in sync with the techno soundtrack. The game creates a stunning sense of synesthesia, where you can see, hear, and feel the music. The game also features a new mode called Area X, which is designed for VR and lets you fly freely in 360 degrees. Rez Infinite is a masterpiece that will immerse you in a sensory overload of beauty and excitement. Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition is a masterpiece of indie gaming that deserves all the praise it has received. It is a challenging and rewarding action-adventure game that immerses you in a dark and mysterious world of insects and heroes. You play as a silent knight who explores the vast and interconnected kingdom of Hallownest, uncovering its secrets, fighting its enemies, and befriending its quirky inhabitants. The game features beautiful hand-drawn graphics, an epic orchestral soundtrack, and a rich lore that will keep you hooked for hours. The game also includes 4 additional content packs that expand the game with new quests, abilities, bosses, and areas. You can customize your knight with different charms that grant you special powers and suit your playstyle. The game offers a lot of replay value, as you can discover multiple endings, hidden areas, and optional challenges. Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition is a must-play for fans of Metroidvania games, or anyone who enjoys a captivating and atmospheric adventure. The Talos Principle Deluxe Edition is a masterpiece of philosophical puzzle gaming that challenges both your mind and your soul. The game puts you in the role of a sentient artificial intelligence who must explore a simulation of humanity's greatest ruins, guided by the mysterious voice of Elohim. You will face more than 120 puzzles that test your logic, creativity, and morality, as you uncover the secrets of your own existence and the fate of the world. The game's graphics are stunning, with realistic environments and atmospheric lighting. The sound design is equally impressive, with a haunting soundtrack and superb voice acting. The game also includes the Road to Gehenna expansion, which adds 4 new episodes with more puzzles and story. The Talos Principle Deluxe Edition is a must-play for fans of sci-fi, philosophy, and puzzle games. It will make you think, feel, and question everything you know. Stardew Valley is a charming indie game that offers a relaxing and rewarding experience for fans of farming and life sims. The game allows you to create your own character and customize your farm, as well as explore a vast and vibrant world full of secrets, quests, and characters. You can also enjoy various activities such as fishing, mining, crafting, cooking, and combat. Stardew Valley is a game that you can play at your own pace, whether you want to focus on growing crops, raising animals, building relationships, or completing achievements. One of the best features of Stardew Valley is its multiplayer mode, which lets you play with up to 3 other friends on PS4. You can share a farm with your friends and work together to achieve your goals, or visit each other's farms and trade items. You can also participate in seasonal events and festivals with your friends, or even get married to one of them. Multiplayer mode adds a whole new dimension to the game and makes it even more fun and immersive. Stardew Valley is a game that will keep you hooked for hours with its addictive gameplay, beautiful graphics, and catchy soundtrack. It is a must-play for anyone who loves indie games and farming sims. Celeste is one of the best platformers we have ever played. The game is not only fun and satisfying, but also meaningful and inspiring. The gameplay is simple but deep, requiring precise timing and skill to navigate the various obstacles and secrets of Celeste Mountain. The game offers a fair challenge, but also allows the player to adjust the difficulty with the assist mode, which can modify aspects such as speed, stamina, and air dashes. The game never punishes the player for failing, but encourages them to try again and learn from their mistakes. The game also has a wonderful story that explores themes of anxiety, depression, and self-acceptance. The protagonist, Madeline, is a relatable and sympathetic character who struggles with her own doubts and fears. Along her journey, she meets other quirky and interesting characters, such as Theo, a friendly photographer, Oshiro, a lonely hotel manager, and Badeline, a dark reflection of herself. The game uses clever dialogue and metaphors to convey Madeline's inner turmoil and growth. The game also has a beautiful soundtrack by Lena Raine, which perfectly complements the mood and atmosphere of each level. Pistol Whip is a game that combines the thrill of shooting with the rhythm of music. It is one of the best experiences on PlayStation VR, as it immerses you in a cinematic action movie where you are the star. You can choose from different weapons, scenes, and difficulty levels to customize your gameplay and challenge yourself. The game has a stunning presentation, with colorful and dynamic environments that change with the music. The soundtrack is composed of drum and bass style music, with varying beats per minute that create different moods and tempos. The game also draws inspiration from popular action franchises, such as John Wick and James Bond. The game is easy to learn, but hard to master, as you have to time your shots and movements to the beat. The game also has a leaderboards feature, where you can compete with other players and show off your skills. Pistol Whip is a game that will make you feel like a badass action hero, and it is a must-play for PSVR fans. Slay the Spire is a brilliant fusion of roguelike, card game, and dungeon crawler that will keep you hooked for hours. The game offers 4 unique characters, each with their own deck of cards and relics that can drastically change the way you play. You will face a variety of enemies and bosses, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, and you will have to adapt your strategy accordingly. The game is challenging but fair, rewarding you for clever choices and punishing you for mistakes. The game also boasts a charming pixel art style and a catchy soundtrack that create a captivating atmosphere. The game is constantly updated with new content and features, such as daily challenges, custom modes, and mod support. Slay the Spire is one of the best indie games of the year, and a must-play for fans of card games and roguelikes. It is well worth the price and will provide you with endless replay value. Inside is a masterpiece of game design that will captivate you from start to finish. The game is a sequel to the acclaimed Limbo, but it surpasses its predecessor in every aspect. Inside is a puzzle platformer that puts you in the role of a young boy who escapes from a dystopian society and uncovers a dark secret. The game has stunning visuals, atmospheric sound, and clever puzzles that will challenge your logic and reflexes. The game also has a gripping story that will keep you guessing until the very end. Inside is a game that you will not forget easily. If you are looking for a unique and immersive gaming experience, you should definitely play Inside on PS4. The game takes advantage of the PS4's hardware to deliver smooth gameplay and high-quality graphics. The game also supports the PS4 controller's features, such as the touchpad and the speaker, to enhance the interactivity and immersion. Inside is a game that deserves to be played on the big screen, with the lights off and the sound up. You will be amazed by the game's art direction, atmosphere, and gameplay. Inside is one of the best PS4 indie games in 2023, and you should not miss it. Night in the Woods is a charming and captivating adventure game that explores the themes of friendship, identity, and mystery. You play as May, a college dropout who returns to her hometown of Possum Springs, a decaying former mining town. There, you reconnect with your old friends and discover that there is something strange and sinister lurking in the woods. The game features a rich and vibrant world full of colorful characters, witty dialogue, and minigames. You can choose how to spend your days, whether it's hanging out with your friends, playing bass in a band, breaking stuff, or exploring the town and its secrets. The game has a beautiful art style, a catchy soundtrack, and a compelling story that will keep you hooked until the end. Night in the Woods is a game that will make you laugh, cry, and think about life. It's a game that you should not miss. Hades is a masterpiece of a game that combines thrilling action, captivating story, and stunning art. It is a roguelike dungeon crawler that challenges you to escape the underworld of Greek myth, with the help of the Olympian gods and other legendary figures. You play as Zagreus, the son of Hades, who is determined to find his mother Persephone in the mortal world. Along the way, you will encounter various enemies, bosses, and secrets, as well as forge relationships with the colorful characters of the underworld. The game is developed and published by Supergiant Games, the same studio behind Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre. It was released for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in August 2021, after a successful early access launch on macOS, Nintendo Switch, and Windows in September 2022. Hades is a game that will keep you hooked for hours, as you explore its rich and dynamic world, discover its secrets, and enjoy its addictive gameplay. If you are looking for a game that is fun, engaging, and rewarding, Hades is the perfect choice for you. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove is a game that will make you feel nostalgic and amazed at the same time. It is a collection of 5 games that pay tribute to the classic 8-bit era of platforming, but with modern polish and creativity. You can play as Shovel Knight, a brave hero who uses his shovel as a weapon and a tool, or as one of his rivals, each with their own unique abilities and stories. You can explore a colorful and charming world, full of secrets, challenges, and memorable characters. You can also enjoy the catchy and retro-inspired soundtrack that perfectly matches the mood of each stage. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove is not just a game, it is an experience. It is a game that respects its roots, but also innovates and surprises. It is a game that balances difficulty and fun, offering options for different play styles and preferences. It is a game that rewards curiosity and skill, with plenty of content and replay value. If you are looking for a game that will make you smile, laugh, and cheer, look no further than Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. It is a masterpiece of indie gaming that deserves your attention and admiration. Journey is a game that transcends the boundaries of genre and medium, delivering a unique and unforgettable experience that will touch your soul. It is a game that invites you to explore a vast and mysterious world, where you will encounter other players who can become your companions, friends, or guides. You will communicate with them through a musical chime, creating a bond that transcends words. You will soar above ruins and glide across sands, discovering the secrets of a forgotten civilization and your own purpose. The game is a masterpiece of art and design, with stunning visuals, haunting music, and seamless gameplay. The game runs smoothly on the PS4, with enhanced resolution and frame rate that make the game even more immersive and beautiful. The game is also compatible with the motion-sensitive controller, allowing you to control the camera with ease. Journey is a game that you will want to play again and again, as each playthrough will offer you a different perspective and a new adventure. Journey is not just a game, it is an emotional journey that will stay with you long after you finish it. Undertale is a game that will make you laugh, cry, and think. It is a game that challenges the conventions of traditional role-playing games, where you can choose to spare or kill the monsters you encounter. The game has a unique combat system that combines turn-based and bullet hell elements, where you can dodge enemy attacks or interact with them in various ways. The game also has a charming retro-style graphics and a memorable soundtrack that fits the mood of each scene. The game is full of surprises and secrets, and your choices will affect the story and the characters you meet. You will discover the history and culture of the Underground, a world where monsters live after being banished by humans. You will encounter many quirky and lovable characters, each with their own personality and backstory. You will also face moral dilemmas and emotional moments that will make you question your actions and their consequences. Undertale is a game that will stay with you long after you finish it. Okay friends, so that was our version of the top 15 best indie games on PS4. If you have any questions, suggestions, criticisms, or in your opinion there are other best PS4 indie games that should be on that list, don't hesitate to write them down in the comments below. Of course, we will provide more game information in the future, so subscribe and keep watching Single Player to get other interesting game information from us. Thanks for watching and see you next time.